Hi there, tourists. If it's 12:30, it must be Glasgow or Liverpool or Newcastle. If it's 2 o'clock, it must be London. If it's 3 o'clock, it must be Leeds. And if it's 3:35 a.m. and you're asleep, it must be Birmingham. But then again, living in Birmingham and being awake is not a particularly rewarding experience.
Open up your mind. Come on, take a ride. Meet you on the other side. The other side of midnight.
Well, a very good morning, and a really tough deal. They're very sorry about that. These 3 guys in the Midlands, they stay up all night to watch this, and then they get slagged off. It's a hard world. And by the way, if they do put us out any later than these time slots, we'll start giving out Greg Dyke's home phone number. And yes, that is a threat. Tonight's names: Jesse Jackson, Lem Sissay, Edward de Bono, Brix and Marquis Smith, Lerner and Lowe, and George Cukor. Yes, they say knowingly into their 5th glass of Orangina. George Cukor, the old film director, which is exactly what I said, but no, this is George Kuchar. He's the other film director. And believe me, he is very other. El Reno looking a little bit like Birmingham there in that late piece of Kuchar material. More of George's work, including Hold Me While I'm Naked and I, an Actress, later in the program. And also later, 8 days later to be precise, the people of the United States of America, some of them anyway, will vote for the next bum to go on the seat in the Oval Office. While we sit and smirk in Europe about the dopish quality of New World politicians, forget not Jesse Jackson. America will never vote for a black president in the same way that Britain will never vote for a woman prime minister. The countries learn by doing it, and one day they will do it with Jackson. In Britain, we never hear Jackson's best rhetoric. It's based on repetition, which is tough to get into a simple news story. His they work every day stuff from the Atlanta Convention deserves your particular attention.
That's classic Reaganomics. It believed that the poor had too much money and the rich had too little money. So they engaged in reverse Robin Hood, took from the poor, gave the rich, paid for by the middle class. We cannot stand 4 more years of Reaganomics in any version, in any disguise. Most poor people are not on welfare. Some of them are illiterate and can't read the want ad section. When they can't find a job that matches their dress. They work hard every day. I know. I live amongst them. I'm one of them. I know they work. I'm a witness. They catch the early bus. They work every day. They raise other people's children. They work every day. They clean the streets. They work every day. They drive dangerous cabs. They work every day. They change the beds you slept in these hotels last night. They can't get a union contract. They work every day. No, they are not lazy. Someone must defend them because it's right, and they cannot speak for themselves. They work in hospitals. I know they do. They wipe the bodies of those who are sick with fever and pain. They empty their bedpans. They clean out their commodes. No job is beneath them. And yet when they get sick, they cannot lie in the bed they made up every day. America, that is not right. We are a better nation than that. We are a better nation than that.
And so one presumes they would be with that particular gentleman. My favorite election speech after Jackson's 2 speeches in Atlanta this summer would not be George Bush's. His vision of America, you remember, was an endless, enduring dream and 1,000 points of light. I prefer New York poetess Karen Finley. She told a large crowd this summer, in November, when it comes to choosing between George Bush and my Bush, I hope I can rely on your support. Now, Edward de Bono, remember him, lateral whatever, he dropped into this country recently to launch a range of hats. I couldn't handle Edward de Bono on hats, so we sent out our Brian.
Well, it's conference time here on the other side of midnight. We're at the UBU. I've been calling them UBU for most of my life, and apparently I'm wrong. John Harrison and Gail McVeigh of UBU have come up with a collection called Six Thinking Hats, which apparently is the result of a collaboration between Gail McVeigh and Edward de Bono. It says here it's a somewhat strange alliance, but apparently she read Edward de Bono's Lateral Thinking for Management and, more significantly, Six Thinking Hats, and came up with this collection. And I'm stumped. What's it all about, Alfie?
Strange alliance or clever marketing, I think that's what it's about, Brian. It's a bit dubious, actually, all this colour psychology. Is it really relevant in today's society? Okay, we're now going to see a group of 6 hats, 6 different colours. Supposedly they reflect the personality of the person who wears them. Whatever colour hat they put on supposedly says something about them. Let's just see if it's true.
Well, I'm as credulous as hell, and I believe just anything. And all the cliches in the world have found a voice in me tonight. Runaway train on buckle tracks, derailed and plowing through the town. I'm on a drunken bullhead charging to that China shop called life. Wanna laugh, wanna cry, feel the world flashing by.
So, white hat, virginal, purity, clarity, known facts and other information.
You'd have hardly described the Leeds United team of the early 70s as pure and virginal, would you?
Billy Bremner, that's what
Billy
I said.
Norman Hunter.
Right, black hat, devil's advocate, negative judgment. This will tell you why it will not work. Phil.
Positive lifestyle. I mean, Joseph sold it for years.
Red hat, see red, literally, emotive, feelings, also hunches and intuition.
I wonder if Ben Johnson had a hunch when he decided he was going to wear red in the 100 metres.
See how this grabs you? Green hat, fertile, creative core. Like plants growing from seeds, the potential is always there.
I could just throw back, Brian, I'm green with envy.
Yellow hat, bright and sunny, ever the optimist in a positive, realistic way, an opportunist.
Sounds like Paddy Ashdown and the New Democrats.
Blue hat, cool, control, orchestrate, thinking about thinking.
Aye, Thatcherite, definitely.
So what are we going to see next? Are we going to see the Wittgenstein range of hats or the Plato range of basic metaphysical hats? What's going on? They're nice hats all the same, aren't they?
Yeah, they are nice hats. But what about the Albert Camus range of goalkeepers' hats? Seeing how he's used to playing goal for Algiers.
But you like them anyway?
I like them a lot. I mean, you know, we featured UBU hats before on the other side of midnight. Featured them again. I mean, they're just very nice hats. And, you know, maybe they do need this to market them. I don't think they do.
A slight correction there. When we do talk about the psychopathology of Leeds United Football Club, it is interesting. Everyone talks about Hunter and they talk about Bremner. They don't talk about Johnny Giles, which is the person they should talk about. That was Phil doing the football stuff, and Brian, who will be better employed, we know, as an extra on Brookside, but no one should have to work for Phil Redmond. We're closing part 1 with a bit more of George Kuchar. Now, our local art house here, the Corner House, is doing a season of this gentleman who, when still in his teens, wrote I Was a Teenage Rumpot and Pussy on a Hot Tin Roof. The movies are doing the rounds of the country. This is from Hold Me While I'm Naked.
No, don't. Oh, please stop it. You're the only one I could depend on. Just take me away from him. Cut me away from this movie. Take me to a place where nobody knows my body, where I'm not known. Where...
Now, a revolution in blade shaving from Remington, the new Remington Electro Blade. Because of its vibrating blades, no other blade razor gives you a closer, smoother, more comfortable shave. The new Remington Electro Blade. And for the perfect shave, use Remington precision-honed, color-coordinated Electro Blades.
Pressure!
If you'd rather pay by card, but don't like buying on credit, use Barclays Connect at all Visa outlets. Connect gives you all the convenience of a card, but charges directly to your current account.
You dirty old man. You can't take Katie in there for a Hobson build.
Well, you needn't look at me as if I'd made an improper suggestion.
Well, what's the draft lager like in town?
Liquid underneath her there. Sort of dried crust on top. Rather like a mouldy rice pudding.
Get your kit off, Katie.
Katie weighs all of 2 tons, remember?
No! Don't look!
Too late.
Holston Pills, the sugar turns to alcohol production.
Cheers, Harry. Nice one. Evening, George.
Hello, Lenny.
So, how's Val and the kids?
If I ever get home to see them, I'll let you know.
Loop the loop?
Yeah, Val's idea. Mine's old suit. It's different.
So, guess who I took home this evening? One of those blokes that does the news, you know, what's his name? Gordon or Trevor something, isn't it?
I think even you can tell the difference between those two, Lenny.
Heinz whole soup. It's different.
You can always tell if someone's with Clerical Medical. He's not. With your investments, life assurance and pensions carefully planned, you look the future straight in the eye. Talk to your independent financial advisor about Clerical Medical for forward-looking people.
Trendy media people often talk about popular culture. What they in fact refer to then is pop culture, because they're at ease with that. They're not at ease, I don't think, with popular culture. This is popular culture. The Theatre Royal Plymouth doing a touring production of Lerner and Lowe's Brigadoon. It is culture, according to the late Professor Williams' meaning of the word culture, and it is popular. The people who've come to see this love it.
I'm glad we've seen it before London.
It really was lovely and uplifting.
Very enjoyable.
So how did you enjoy that then?
Very much.
Come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day, darling, my darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them away.
Brigadoon, a pre-My Fair Lady Lerner and Lowe musical. Sort of Broadway meets Scotland, in rather the same way it was later to meet Cockney London. The tune's not quite My Fair Lady standard, but edging there. In this, a slick and skillful road production out of Plymouth on its way to London. What's your experience of the way the audience experiences it? How did the audience react to it?
They accept it on its own terms. They're absolutely delighted with it. And the reason for that is because it's a very truthful thing. I mean, forget the sort of exact historical details as to dress and this and that. They enjoy it because it's both imaginative and truthful. And I think the music is pretty good too. Not that I'm a judge of such things.
It's very, very romantic. Is romance truthful?
Well, yes, it's not sentimental. There's a lot of good sentiment in it, as we say. But it's not a sentimental thing. It hasn't the falseness of sentimentality. There's a great deal of nature and truth in it.
To me, kiss me good day, darling, my darling, 'tis all I can say. Just come to me, bend to me, kiss me good day. Give me your lips and don't take them
good Christmas do?
Yes. And the love scene was the best.
The love scene was the best. Behave yourselves now. A bit old for all this love stuff then.
No, we're never too old.
But that's the idea. That's
To enjoy life.
That's what I want to hear. Careful with our
Never
microphone.
too old to enjoy life.
Good. It's a bit romantic, a bit slushy.
He's smashing. Anytime with him.
Ladies, please. There wasn't too much romance there for you, too much slush. You like a bit of that, do you?
We've got to keep an eye on him.
It's valid within itself. The willing suspense of disbelief in some aspects of history, but the thing itself is I think it's really is, there's an ancient legend which much resembles it, and that is the question of being able to step out of time into a land of eternal youth, or something equivalent. And it's a very charming thing, and people accept it on that level.
Did you enjoy the show?
Yes, thank you very much.
You had a good time, did you?
Yes, very nice.
How old are
I've
you?
seen a few, but I've enjoyed it.
You have?
Yes.
How old are you?
After 97 in November.
97? So listen, that wasn't a bit too romantic for you then?
No.
You like the romance?
I like a bit of that.
Your cup of tea, is it? All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Dan. You did great, though. You did great.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I would bet you that 75% of that lot still do the hokey cokey. So more music now. What does one say about the fall as in barbed wire? Let me put it this way for myself. If there was a holy grail, Mr. Smith would be the only one allowed to pick it up. This is a big new Prince from the new album, I Am Curious Orange, The Fall. Thank you very much. The Fall. And thank you a lot for all your entries in our comic competition. We'll figure that one out next month. Here now, news of The Other Side of Midnight's latest effort at involving you, the audience. It's not that we care about you, the audience. In fact, your general well-being is of absolutely no concern to us whatsoever. This isn't David Putnam. This is Edward Barton.
This is a tower block of love. Here are animals, eagerly await eager owners to satisfy each other's mutual animal needs. We are all animals. These kind people import for minimal sums, considering that you are receiving love for your money. Any animal that you wish, any design that you wish, anything that God made for us. Here, for us. 2 caimans. Kept quiet using psychological techniques. They have a dog bowl. They here cuddle each other, soon to be separated. One to go to a tall, dark man from Derbyshire, the other to go to a young girl from Stockport. They now live on a rock. Soon they will live in a Cheshire and a Derbyshire household, saved from a miserable life in the third world. I'm with Gareth, Fish Department Gareth. Gareth, I have a problem. Yep. I am a dull and I'm a lonely man. I've been to dating agencies, I was not happy there. I've talked to people in pubs, they have not confirmed my belief in my own pleasantness, and I've moved to pets. I see. I need a pet to make me happy, to introduce into the green verdure of my living room carpet. I see. What do I get?
I conferred with our furry friends, man to animal. Think of the amazing repartee. If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals, grunt and squeak and squawk with the animals, and they could talk to me.
This is one of the biggest females. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. At the moment. Beautiful, beautiful. That again is an Indian rock python. I've had a long chat with you, Gareth, about my personal problems. We've decided that what I need most in life is a snake.
If I could walk with the animals, talk with the animals.
Next with this lascivious embrace, I'm being interrupted by these irritating chaps with their cameras and lights. In order to inform you of a competition, would you please send in a picture proving that you love your pet, that you are loved by your pet, your home environment, both of you complacently coupled.
A man who walks with the animals, talks with the animals, grunts and squeaks and squawks with the animals. Polynesia, just think of it. And they could talk to me.
Edward Barton in our latest OSM competition. We're going to close with a book at bedtime. The book is Tender Fingers in a Clenched Fist. Lem Sissay. Lem, give it us. Thank you.
City side. Move quicker, slicker, time ticker, goodbye on the high, got to fly, don't know why, burger food, good to spew, train, plane, sun, rain, fun, pain, be sane, play the game, city rain, city pain, pass on, here, gone, quick food, plastic too, sit to brood and look at you, losing time, meaning, leaning on the building of the city side, got to fly, don't know why, burger food, good to spew, to take away, why not stay? Instead you people breathe, bodies seethe, babies teeth, robbers thief, deaths we grieve, and underneath is the city side. Got to fly, don't know why, live, man, die.
Lem Sissay, a poem there taken from Tender Fingers in a Clenched Fist. Thank you very much. That's about it. Next Sunday night, can we say, we do invite you all to come with us live on the other side of midnight to a warehouse party in a Victorian swimming baths. You see, we do care about you. Swimming trunks and dancing shoes. I think we've got a PA from a guy called Gerald. We've got some synchronized swimming. And we're also going to, pass me this little thing, we're going to road test, get Richard Heslop, the king of Super 8, to road test this thing, which Sonny is selling while knocking Manchester. I don't know about regionalism. By the way, it is, if you look at our clocks, 1 o'clock in Glasgow, it's 2:30 in London, it's 3:30 in Leeds, and it's 4 o'clock in Birmingham. And those guys in Birmingham, how are you feeling down there? Can we just give you a message? Don't worry, help is at hand. Birmingham can be saved, perhaps. This is a final bit of movie from Kukar.
That's good, good. Keep it all running. Don't turn it off. Keep it running. Now we're going to do your next scene.
Okay.
I'm going to turn over the blackboard. Keep it running. Keep it running. Good. Keep it running, all right? Keep it running. All right. And you say, and don't tell me I'm a cheat. When I cheat, it's not for sex. It's for revenge. It's to make you feel what you're doing to me. So you can wake up at 3 in the morning with a cold sweat staining the sheets. What happened to it? All right, do that. Okay. No, keep running. Keep running. Oh, everything runs. Go ahead, do it. Do the scene. Keep running.
And don't tell me I'm a cheat.
Right.
When I cheat, it's not for sex.
All right, when you say that, when I cheat,
it's not